How did a boy named Temüjin, born in the harsh terrains of Mongolia, become Genghis Khan, the ruler of the world's largest contiguous empire? This is the enigma we're about to explore. Life wasn't easy for young Temüjin. Born into a nomadic tribe, he faced the brutality of Mongolia's rugged landscapes. But the harsh terrain was not the only challenge. When Temüjin was just a boy, his father was poisoned, turning his world upside down. In the midst of adversity, Temüjin displayed extraordinary resilience and leadership. He overcame tribal feuds, personal betrayals, and even captivity. His rise to power was not a product of chance, but a testament to his indomitable spirit. Through strategic alliances and fierce warfare, he united the warring Mongol tribes, earning the title of Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. Genghis Khan's rise to power was a remarkable feat, but it was only the beginning of his extraordinary journey. Genghis Khan's vision was grand, and his tactics were ruthless. But what led to the rise of the Mongol Empire? The Mongol Empire, one of the largest empires in history, didn't just happen overnight. It was the result of a long and calculated journey, fueled by the ambition and vision of Genghis Khan. A man of humble beginnings, Genghis Khan was born into a nomadic tribe in the Mongolian steppes. His early life was fraught with hardship. But it was these trials that forged the iron will that would later unite the warring Mongolian tribes into a single formidable force. The unification of the Mongolian tribes was a crucial step in the rise of the Mongol Empire. Genghis Khan, through a combination of diplomacy and force, brought together the diverse and often feuding tribes under his banner. This united front was not just about numbers. It was about creating a shared identity, a common purpose that transcended tribal loyalties. But unification alone wasn't enough. Genghis Khan understood that to build an empire, he needed a military that was as innovative as it was formidable. He introduced revolutionary military tactics, like the use of psychological warfare, the incorporation of enemy soldiers into his own ranks, and the strategic use of mobility and surprise. His armies were not just warriors, they were chess pieces in a grand game of power and domination. Yet the rise of the Mongol Empire was not purely a tale of military might. At the heart of it all was Genghis Khan's vision. He saw an empire that stretched across continents, a realm where trade and ideas could flow freely. This vision was not just about conquest, it was about creating a world order where the Mongols were not just feared, but respected. Genghis Khan's innovative strategies and relentless pursuit of power led to the creation of the Mongol Empire. His story is a testament to the power of vision, the importance of innovation, and the relentless pursuit of a dream. It's a story that continues to echo through the annals of history, reminding us of the heights that can be reached when ambition is matched with action. Genghis Khan ruled with an iron fist, but there was more to his reign than just warfare. What was life like under the rule of Genghis Khan? In the heart of the Mongol Empire, Genghis Khan established an unusual governance system that was far from the norm of the 13th century. One of the most striking aspects was the merit-based promotions. Positions of power and prestige were not given to those of noble blood or inherited status, as was customary in many societies of the time. Instead, they were earned through courage, loyalty, and skill, especially in warfare. This created an environment of opportunity where even the humblest of soldiers could rise to prominence and power if they proved themselves worthy. Religious tolerance was another hallmark of Genghis Khan's rule. In a time when religious wars and persecutions were the order of the day in many parts of the world, Genghis Khan chose a different path. He allowed his subjects to practice their religion freely, regardless of what it was. He even took steps to learn from the various religious scholars in his empire, inviting them to debates and discussions. This policy of religious freedom fostered an environment of peace and cultural exchange within the Mongol Empire. Last but not least, let's talk about the Mongol Empire's postal system, or the Yam. Genghis Khan established an extensive network of relay stations across his empire. These stations, spaced about a day's ride apart, enabled messages and goods to be transported quickly and efficiently. This was a remarkable feat of logistics and organization for the time, enhancing communication and trade within the vast Mongol Empire. Despite his reputation as a formidable warrior, Genghis Khan's rule was marked by effective governance and progressive policies. His reign may have been brutal and uncompromising, but it was also characterized by innovative strategies that leveraged the strengths of his people and fostered a surprising degree of cultural exchange and administrative efficiency. The Mongol Empire expanded rapidly, leaving a lasting impact on the world. But what was this impact, and how did it shape the world we know today? As the Mongol Empire expanded, it became a melting pot of cultures, religions, and ideas. At its peak, it stretched from Eastern Europe to the Sea of Japan, covering vast swaths of Asia and even parts of the Middle East. This expansion wasn't just about gaining territory, it was about creating a global network of trade and communication. One of the greatest achievements of the Mongols was the establishment and protection of the Silk Road. This ancient network of trade routes connected the East and the West, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Silk, spices, paper and gunpowder traveled from Asia to Europe, while gold, silver and precious stones made the journey in the opposite direction. But it wasn't just goods that were exchanged. Knowledge, art and technology also flowed along these routes, contributing to a period of significant cultural and intellectual growth. The Mongol rule had different impacts on different regions. In China, the Mongols established the Yuan dynasty, introducing a period of foreign rule that, despite initial resistance, led to significant cultural and social evolution. In Persia, the Mongols were initially destructive but later became patrons of Persian culture, facilitating an era of artistic and intellectual renaissance known as the Persianate culture. In Russia, the Mongols established the Golden Horde, which, despite its oppressive nature, brought a degree of stability and order that paved the way for the future unification of Russian lands. In the Middle East, the Mongols' conquests marked the end of the Abbasid Caliphate, but also set the stage for the rise of the Ottoman Empire. The Mongol Empire was not just a massive empire, it was a catalyst for cultural exchange and global integration. The Mongols' influence extended beyond their borders and outlived their empire, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to shape our world today. Every empire has its downfall, and the Mongol Empire was no exception. What led to the fall of this mighty empire? The Mongol Empire, a vast dominion that once stretched from Eastern Europe to Asia, did not crumble overnight. Its fall was a gradual process, marked by numerous factors and events. Central to these was the death of Genghis Khan in the year 1227. The Great Khan's demise left a power vacuum, with his descendants vying for control and sparking internal conflicts that weakened the empire from within. Following Genghis Khan's death, the empire was divided among his sons into several khanates, including the Golden Horde in Russia, the Ilkhanate in Persia, the Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia, and the Yuan dynasty in China. This division, while initially a strategic move, led to fragmentation and disunity, diluting the strength of the empire. The Mongol Empire's military prowess, a key factor in its rise to power, also contributed to its downfall. The Mongols' reliance on horse archers, while effective in the vast steppes of Asia, proved less successful in other terrains. Their inability to adapt their military strategies to changing conditions made them vulnerable to defeat. In addition, the Mongols' harsh rule and heavy taxation fostered resentment among the conquered people. Rebellions were frequent, further destabilizing the empire. The Black Death pandemic in the mid-14th century, believed to have been spread along the Mongols' trade routes, dealt another blow, decimating populations and disrupting the empire's economic foundations. Lastly, the Mongol Empire, like many before it, fell prey to the vicissitudes of time. As centuries passed, its influence waned, its territories were lost, and its once mighty armies were defeated. The Mongol Empire's fall was as dramatic as its rise, marking the end of an era that left an indelible mark on world history. Despite its downfall, the empire's legacy lives on, a testament to its former glory and the indomitable spirit of its people. Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire have left a lasting legacy that continues to shape our world. But what is this legacy? Well, let's delve into it. The Mongol Empire, once the largest contiguous land empire in history, has left an indelible mark on the world. Its impact on trade was immense. The establishment of the Silk Road, a network of trade routes that connected the East to the West, can be attributed to the Mongols. This not only boosted global commerce but also facilitated the exchange of ideas, culture, and technology. Beyond trade, the Mongols also influenced the political landscape. They introduced a form of diplomacy that encouraged peaceful relations between different nations. This Mongolian principle of global cooperation can be seen in today's international diplomatic relations, and culturally their influence is deeply ingrained. From language and arts to warfare and governance, the Mongol legacy is far-reaching, shaping societies around the globe. Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire have left a legacy that transcends time, reminding us of a time when a boy named Temüjin became a world conqueror.